Alright, welcome back, guys. It's Weedle with another Think Like a Unicum guide. Um, First, I just want to ask if you don't mind, subscribe. It really helps me out. Second, let's talk about this map. Um, I don't like this map. I really don't. I think this is probably one of the least dynamic maps in the game. But it's also one that I usually do fairly well on. And one reason I do fairly well on it is I don't take unnecessary risks on this map. Uh, there's a lot of high risk things you can do on this map that have very low reward. Medium tanks, I will generally take up here. I just kind of hold on to this, the A8 line, kind of just snipe across and wait for them to make mistakes. I find pushing and things like that, especially early, to be kind of suicidal. And on this map, what generally happens is that if one side falls, the heavies fall quickly or the mediums fall quickly, it's generally over because there's no way to really kind of help your teammates out. So um, let's talk about this center area. I don't go there. I know a lot of people love it. Um, I just don't. I think it's a really high risk and mediocre, like a mid-range reward for doing it. I don't mind like a high risk, high reward position because that just means you can have a big game there. But I don't really have great games when I go here. I have okay games when I go there, and half the time I die. So as an average out, um, I don't find it worth it. And really, like that's part of being a unicum, right? If you want to, unicums are essentially unicums because they're very consistent. And on this map, I'm consistently conservative. I find that works out. Now I get up here. Now once I'm in a position, I'm willing. Like I'm not trying to trade or anything like that. But and we'll see how I play this. But I'm not trying to really do anything crazy on this map. I just find my positions, kind of hold on to them, and farm as much as I can. In this match, I actually got a really good tank for this map. From either side, super conk, it's golden. I think I got like the Terminator as my commander on this one, which I really like. It's really nice on this tank. Um, so heavy tanks, Salt TDs, I go down to the corner over here. Um, I don't, do anything too crazy with it. I just, you know, well, I'll show you some positions and how I play it once I'm down here. One thing I always say: would you rather do 8,000 damage and lose, or 400 damage and win? And I've yet to meet the person. I don't know what this. Nice driving, Super Conk. He does this a few times. Maybe he was having really bad lag issues. I don't know, or he was admiring my skin. One or the other. Um, you, so coming up here, let's talk about some positioning. So there are medium tanks that like to rush up here, especially early because they can get a couple of shots in. So generally speaking, I don't go up this way unless I'm in a really fast tank. I don't go up this way. Fast tanks like 277 can get away with it. Uh, I would probably get shot if there was a tank up here, so I like to kind of get up right into this position. A little bit safer route. Let's talk about positioning once I get up here and kind of settled in. Um, all right. So there's a few spots to play in this location. All right, it is what it is. Like there's mostly like cupola sniping here, right? This spot here, Thunder has taken really a pretty good spot for a 277 IS7, something that can kind of side scrape, can do right here. This spot, if you got a tall tank, you can play behind this and be hold down. Uh, Pretty good spot for Super Conquer M4. Uh, yeah, the Russian heavies kind of struggle in the hold down because they got such big, gigantic faceplates on them. So a little bit tougher. But like just really anything that's tall, a lot of tanks. BZ can kind of poke here a little bit. The other spot you can kind of get right back here, and because of the terrain, you more or less hold down if you're a little bit further back, and you can try to snipe them that are kind of in this corner over here. The other side, they get a little similar. Like you can hold down all through here. This is kind of the spot if you have less gun depression. You can side scrape a little bit off this. It's not the easiest. Um, if you're in a platoon of like really fast tanks, like 277s or something, you can just rush through here and get into the dip and play around. And that can, if there's slow tanks on their team, like this match has a lot of slow tanks, you can get away with that. But let's go in. I'm going to show you some tips of how I play this. And I just got to deal with this tanks crossing. Now, let's talk about position never to take. This position is terrible. Don't don't go there. What happens is these tanks get in here and they're hold down. They're using their gun depression, and you're out in the open. It's a really bad position. Maybe he was getting impatient and wanted to spot the corner. Um, Not enough time passed for me to be wanting to do that. Again, I play for consistency on this map, not trying to win it in 5 minutes. I This is not a good map to be a hero on. And it's say if you did do this, right? You have to fight a really strong position at the the rock right down here. They get really really good sniping positions from back here to kind of cover it as you push up. So you're constantly hitting strong position, strong position, strong position. Um, just don't be a hero on this map. Like it's not a good one to be a hero on. So bounced my first shot. It really was bad aim, honestly. Um, but here, I won't talk a whole lot while this is going on, but I will give you some things of what I'm doing. Um, this guy can't really shoot me yet. Trying to. Alright. So, I can pin the mantlet of the T-30. And even though I fell at it multiple times in this game, it takes about. There's like a sliver through it, like, if imagine the mantlet's like this big and there's like this area that's about 280 millimeters or so that you can pin with premium rounds. Um, I'm just going to keep taking the shots at it and hope that eventually I find it and it goes in. But one thing after I fire, I back up. Um, Wait till I'm reloaded. Now he's doing a really good job. I didn't expect that guy to poke out like that. I try to honestly that was a bad shot on my part. He had a shot here. I just wasn't thinking. Didn't play my best at the start of this game. Now, the T-30, let's talk about what he's doing. Alright, so he's essentially setting up, pre-aiming this location. Alright? Which means every time I fire, I need to back up, because he'd love nothing else. The Super Comp, well known for having good armor, right? But the cupola can be pinned. Um, the mantlet around the edges right here can be pinned. And right under here is a very weak spot. Now, the longer I give him to aim, or really any player that's playing here, the better chance that they're going to have of actually pinning these rounds. And because I have pretty good gun handling, um, I'm just going to poke up. As soon as I'm loaded, I'm taking that shot and I'm backing up. I I don't want to sit in front of these tanks because 750 alpha. The VKK's got 750 alpha. Like eventually, if I'm just sitting there aiming, they will find a weak spot too because he's pre-aimed. And I'm just going to keep trying to trade like that right here, especially early on when I get the opportunity. I tried to shoot the side little triangle on the right there, just wasn't loaded quite, I just wasn't fast enough. But this is just one of those, you keep repeating until you find success. He's not angled enough that time, so I was able to pin him. Wait till I'm loaded. Get a little bit farm in. T-30, he's loaded again. He's pre-aiming. Doing a really good job. I will give the T-30 that. He gave me a little bit more to shoot there. Say right there. That's kind of what I was talking about. Like he's just pre-aimed and he's doing a really good job in a T-30. Honestly, that's how I would play it up here, doing what he's doing. But you know, now here I actually have time to aim, right? And I will take those opportunities when I have them. Um, so the 60 TP side scraping. So the 60 TP has this little ring right here, and when he's side scraping, this becomes a weak spot, especially at this angle. See that turns green right there. And that's what I was kind of waiting for him to do. Now, I love the 60 TP. It's not the worst side scraper in the world. He's a little over angled for me, so I get an easy pin. And again, back up. Like I'm not gonna sit out in the open for him to shoot me. Bad aim. Back up again. So the T30, he fired again, so I can move up. I'm less afraid of the Progetto than I am the T30. Get around into the Progetto. Again, this is kind of try to go for a track shot. He was actually already tracked. He's gonna get a little bit punished right here for this. And now they're starting to get farmed down a little bit, and I can now just take my time and aim. So, you know, right now my team's maintaining good map control. They have moved a couple of tanks in the center. This isn't terrible for, you know, 4 minutes into the game. I'm sitting at, you know, right at 2,900 damage. Now, the reason I was backing up, I wasn't really sure if that T30 had a shot kind of just over the, sitting here at the top of my cupola right there. Obviously, he'd like to hit it. So that's the reason I kind of back up and trying to reposition a little bit. I didn't really want him to have a shot on me. I can't see him, but I didn't want to take the chance that, you know, the big hat on my head was going to be hit. And I'm trying to work in a shot on him. Able to finish him off that time. Here, so getting to be a little bit of a problem. They're starting to take some more center control, and somehow, um, you know, I'd like to blunt this a little bit, but we're definitely down more tanks than they are. So my teammates are doing a good job. They're flexing. They're trying to cover the mid. I noticed that, and I'm just going to continue playing this little rock, holding these tanks down. And since nothing's happening, I'm going to just take the time to get a shot here. I quickly, now again, you see me do this a lot in videos. After I fire, I zoom out and I get like my surroundings. The Progetto, because I moved down, he assumed, I guess, that I was repositioning, and he thought it would be a good time to, um, you know, move up. Little did he know, we're thinking like a Unicum. I'm going right back to my strong position to kind of cover this flank, and he's gonna have a bad day. Again, bad aim on my part, but this is just a map that I said you just grind it out. I finally decided to stop trying to pin his turret. Yeah, Italian heavies don't have the best armor, but so up 4,400 damage. Solid game. I would have thought that would have pinned, but so here, alright, let's think about what the position I'm in. I got TDs on the ridge here. They have pushed into the heavies up here. Basically, the whole map is kind of falling apart. So that's the reason I'm getting aggressive here. At any moment, I'm going to start getting shot in the back, you know, either from the ridge up here or something. So I decided the best thing to do is clear out this tank, and then I only have to worry about stuff in front of me. So luckily he tracks me. I'm just going, and another thing, I out DPM this tank significantly. He's got 650 alpha, so it'd take 3 shots for him to kill me. He's got like an 18-second reload or something like that. It's horrible DPM tank. So I'll easily beat him at this point, even if it's in here. So even if he had pinned that first shot, I would have still killed him. Alright, going into a face-hugging position, this makes it a little bit harder on him. Like, he can try to pin my ring, but, you know, I'm trying to block it with my gun. There's the first one. and I'm gonna finish him off right here. Alright, so he's dead. Now I only have the tanks in front of me. And this play right here is the one, I don't think a lot of players would have done this. But this is those plays when you understand the DPM differentials between your tanks, the HP pulls, um, that you can really kind of do something. So just like that, I went up to 6,500 damage. This is a good game for most players. And like I said, I'm not really worried about winning on this map. I'm worried about consistently keeping my damage up. And could I play it better? Yes. If Daki had been in this tank, it would have been a 10,000 damage game, without a doubt. Um, I quickly... Alright, so right there, the 4005 just fired. Um, so I'm intuition swapping to an HE round. This thing has really good HE rounds, so like 125 pin. And I'm going to start just pumping him into this 4005. There's one, 586 roll. I'm going in for a kill with the second one. Finish him off. EBR's over there. I wouldn't have expected that, but okay. There's two tanks here. Um, my plan is just get into these buildings if I can. They're trying to surround me. Go in for just a little bit of ram damage. Got 8,600 damage. So yeah, I'm dead at this point. But could I have been over here? Maybe. Maybe they just keep poking until they die. I doubt it. Um, I think the best way for me to get the damage in was to put the HE rounds into this 4005. Uh, but yeah, it's a 13,000 win 8 game. There's 8,500 damage. There's 4 kills. I'm not upset with this at all. This result. Um, I often tell people like when they're complaining about winning or losing that you know, eh, would you rather do 8,000 damage and lose, or 400, 1,000 damage and win? And I've yet to meet the player that told me that, well, I'd rather do the 1,000 damage and win than 8,000 damage and lose. And that's kind of my motto on this map. I'll play the strong position, farming as much damage, and not try to be a hero. I, sorry, it's the map. I don't find being rewarded for doing heroic things very often. So that's my guide for this one. You know, just when you're playing the position, don't give them a lot of time to snipe your cupolas, right? You use your gun handling. Just keep repeating. Taking your shots. Try to aim it, but have an idea where it's going. Go for the weak spots, but don't sit there and just aim, 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 and let them shoot. Get a really good pin on you. Especially when they're pre-aim like that T30. They eventually like they will, and it's a repetition map, especially for the heavy brawl. Now for medium tanks, it's very again I'm conservative. If I get some decent replay on that, I'll share it. But I think I have like a GSOR 1010 review where I was on this map with a medium, and it turned out to be a pretty good game. So you can check that one out, where I discussed that a little bit too. Um, but that's it for the video. If you like my content, please subscribe if you want to see more. If you think I should have done something different, leave a comment. Make fun of my aim. That's fine. Like I said, if this had been Daki playing this tank, it would have been 10,000 damage game. I'm aware he is a great player. I am a very good player, and there's a big difference between the two of us. And so I have my limitations, and that's the best I could do on this one. But again, um, check out the more videos as I'm releasing them. I think I got Berlin. I'm gonna release a guide on that one when it's not the most ideal situation. So, um, yep, keep tanking, and I'll see y'all on the battlefield.